Good evening. This is Miss Poopee Doodee, world's most intelligent reporter, reporting to channel 666 Eyewitness News. Today's news report is about a very, very important issue. It's about a very, very important problem. And the problem is roaches. They're all over the place. And you know, it's bad enough having roaches this big running around. But it's a nightmare when you see a roach this big or this big running around. Now I know some people are saying, no, roaches are not that big, that's not a roach, that's a water bug. Listen people, that's not a water bug. That's a giant roach! I mean, it walks like a roach, it talks like a roach, it smells like a roach, it runs like a roach. It's just a giant roach! And many people are saying, oh, you're just scared of bugs, it's nothing, it's just a water bug. No, water bug. Why give something so horrible such a nice name? A water bug. I mean, does it have spots on its back like a ladybug? No, it's just huge! It's humongous! And we really need to appeal to Congress about this problem of roaches. And a lot of people say, hey, it's New York, it's roaches, so that means we have to accept the roaches, it's okay. It's like saying, I could walk around New York, I just got mugged last week. Oh, but that's okay, I got hit on my head, but that's okay, it's New York. I got welcomed to New York. So, I'm just telling you, roaches are a problem. And it's extremely important. Now, I know this show is not a very political show, but it's extremely important that we write our congressmen. So here's a bill that they're going to have to pass, If you are living in a place and a giant roach comes into your place, really, logically speaking, you can't live in that place until the giant roach is removed. Some people are just going to get a heart attack. Isn't that unhealthy? People are going to get heart attacks some people are looking at a giant roach. So, here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to devise some kind of plan. The government could maybe pay for a hotel for all these tenants until the roach in the apartment is removed. Now, I tell you, it might seem like a wasteful, law, paying for a hotel, for a tenant. Hey, but that law is certainly a lot better than that healthcare law. This is a law people could actually use. We cannot be in a place that's populated by a giant roach. So today's news is to tell all of you, next time you see a giant roach, a huge roach, don't walk around calling it a water bug. It's not a water bug. It's a giant roach. And then it makes that crunchy sound when you throw something at it and it still doesn't die. And some of them fly. Do you know that? Some of them fly. Do you know how horrible it is? You can't live in a place that even if one of these things comes inside, you can't live in the place because you're going to die. You're going to have a heart attack. The heart is going to come up out of my throat, out of my mouth. It's going to fall on the desk. And there's going to be no more show. There's going to be no weekly show because, if I'm dead, who's going to hand in those tapes to public access, So, you can see how the consequences of having, a giant roach in your place. So, it's very important we get this, you can call it the Obama roach plan. Basically if you have a roach in your house, he will pay for a hotel room for you to stay until the roach is taken out, So, hey, you may as well. If you're paying for this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that and charging this and that and this and that and this and that,